Hello, everyone. It's Jerry at the Fledge. Welcome to another episode of Every Damn Day. I'm in the sanctuary. I've got my No Rules t-shirt on that Dustin made for me with the print shop. And I'm going to give my shout out real quick today. I'm giving it out to my wife, Shannon. It is our 23rd anniversary. So happy anniversary, Shannon. And I will be done with the show in a little bit. So love you, babe. And how you doing today, Michael?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing great. So who would you like to give a shout out to?
I guess I'll just follow you, and I'll do my wife as well. So
Yeah,
shout out to Reagan Graham. She's been with me for this new food truck adventure and everything, and she supports it 100%.
How long have you all been married?
We've been married 2 years, together about 8.
Oh, nice.
Yep.
So you and I are both on a tight schedule today, so we're going to get right to it if that's all right
Awesome.
with you.
Perfect.
And why don't you tell us where you were born and raised and where'd you go to school and what you kind of been doing to where you got to where you wanted to have a food truck?
Yeah, I mean, that's just recently, but, I'm born and raised Lansing, Michigan here. Graduated from Waverly High School in 2002. Kind of just, been around here my whole life. My dad was a VP over at the Boardwater and Light for quite some time. So he's kind of really distilled, business in me, wanting to kind of do your own thing, own things and stuff like that. So he's really been a mentor to me my whole life for it. But literally within the past probably 9 months during the pandemic, we kind of, decided this whole food truck thing.
Yeah. So was your dad born and raised in Lansing too?
No,
do you go back?
I believe Ohio, but he's been around here, his whole life. Yeah, he worked 23 jobs up to become the VP of the board. So he kind of, went through every job there and, did really good.
Yeah. So do you have an admiration that's even more special for like Winky, Blinky, and Nod? I think they're called those 3 smokestacks.
Yeah. No, I've seen them a lot growing up.
Yeah. I also was born and raised in Lansing, so they've been in my life, my whole life, basically. So let's. I think there's a couple of things that we can talk about. You do real estate full time as well as run the MI Vegan food truck.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tell us about either one of those.
Yes, I've been doing real estate for about 5 years now. At Exit Realty Select Partners. We have a brand new office on Cedar, kind of Lansing going towards Holt area. I love that. I've been doing that quite a while now. And then just like I said, recently during the pandemic, my wife and I kind of wanted to just do something different, that is kind of new. And her best friends have been vegan for 7 years. And then I just kind of started doing the whole business part of it. And within literally 3 weeks, we had a food truck, the logo, the name, and we were kind of just rolling.
Was it pretty easy to get licensed and get in business?
You kind of have to know who to call, what routes to go to. I definitely reached out to some food industry friends that I knew and stuff, and they kind of, steered me in the right direction. But yeah, you got to get quite a bit of permits, get your trailer or food truck up to code, and just kind of, go those avenues through the health department, so you're doing everything legit and not sideways.
Was the upgrades to get everything up to code expensive, or did you have a pretty good truck, a base to start with?
Yeah, I had, luckily, my brother-in-law actually had one that was just built probably 8 months ago. So it was brand new. We got pretty blessed with kind of having that during our thought process of doing this food truck. So, everything in there was brand new. So we just had to kind of get all the inspections done, get all the codes up, and, do it kind of how you're supposed to do it through the process.
Yeah. And did you have to get some certifications yourself?
Yeah, I had to go through some just because I was kind of going to be running everything, just knowing different food temps and things like that. I had to kind of dive into. It's something I talked to a lot of my people that, I've met a lot of friends, that own food trucks, that have worked in restaurants, district managing and stuff. And I literally have a whole new respect for them because it's it's not an easy gig. I mean, it's a lot of hard work.
So I spent a lot of time in food safety over my different careers that I've had.
Yeah.
And is the vegan menu a lot? Does it make it a lot more simple? Not more simple, but less complicated than
Oh
a
yeah,
meat menu,
way
right?
more or less complicated. Yeah. Yep.
So
A
your
lot of it, I
risks,
mean, a lot of it's just common sense. I mean, keep things cold, things like that. But yeah, I mean, it's definitely a lot different than like a barbecue truck or something like that.
I kind of think that's another plus for eating vegan is because you reduce the risk of any foodborne illness because it doesn't happen as much.
Yeah, I mean,
Do
it's
you think?
no, it's all plant based. I mean, no animals, no nothing. Yep. I mean, a
Yeah.
lot of, Michigan's pretty far behind state when it comes to, just vegan uniqueness, different things happening. Los Angeles, Miami, California, things like that are way ahead of us. I mean, they
Yeah.
got so much new things happening, and we just kind of want to do something that, there's not too much of, and then vegan, and my wife's been vegan for quite some time. I just went kind of during the pandemic, so not as long, but I mean, it's a pretty cool change.
Yeah, I was going to ask you if, so I was just in Los Angeles. I got back Friday night after about a week there,
Yeah,
and there's vegan everywhere, right?
it's
I
huge.
mean, yeah. And I was going to ask you, are you taking advantage of a market opportunity, or do you have a real belief in pushing plant-based diets forward, or is it a
I mean,
mixture
it's
of both?
kind of both. I mean, it's just some more health. I mean, I'm not anyone to push it on anybody because there's people that are healthier than ever, that do different diets. It's just an alternative. I mean, something different that, other people care more about, and it's just something that me and my wife, do and are passionate about. And, vegan, you don't have to be vegan to eat at our place.
Right.
It's a good food, and the feedback we've been getting has been outstanding from just my clients, friends, new people. It's been pretty big. And if you look at almost everywhere now, probably 99% of restaurants are implementing a vegan option.
Right.
So, I mean, it's pretty big.
Do you feel like a trendsetter?
No, not at all.
Since you switched to vegan, what's happened with your health or your
Just energy, a lot more energy. Yep.
Yeah, no, nothing with your weight or anything
Oh yeah,
like
I mean,
that. But
I've lost quite a bit of weight, more fit. I mean, more lean. Just more energetic throughout the day.
did you find yourself changing other habits too? Like if you drank soda, for example, did you stop
No, I
doing
mean, I've
that?
tried to cut out pop quite a bit recently. I mean, that's
Yeah.
a tough one.
Yeah, it's a tough one for me too. I'm drinking
For
a
everybody.
Coke right now.
Yeah. Yep.
So, how would you? Is business good? Great.
Yeah. I mean, it's
Um,
like I said, so I do real estate full time. My wife works for the state, so we started it as a little side thing, but James Stages, a real good friend of mine who owns Pro Fireworks, said, "Hey, come up to my spot." So like, I really thank him a lot for kind of giving us that initial setup. But we've been, going there. We were there in the beginning, but now we're just mainly kind of just doing random locations here and there. A lot of farmers markets. We booked about probably 12 events in the past couple of weeks, just throughout, Lansing, Detroit area, within an hour of Lansing. But yeah, I mean, just we're booking quite a bit of stuff.
how's the Detroit area market? Is it
Oh,
more?
it's really good. I mean, we actually attended probably our first month open, the Veg Bash out in Royal Oak. And it was unbelievable. And we're doing a neighborhood out there in September. And I think one other event like near there as well. So yeah, I mean, it's like vegan's huge. It's really big everywhere.
If people want to learn more about those events, where's the best place to go? Your website or your Facebook?
So we don't have, set hours or anything. And like a lot of people call, are you open? It's just on our Instagram and Facebook. Usually every Sunday or Monday, we'll put where the truck's going to be at for that week. So,
Okay.
like last week, unfortunately, we actually weren't open because I was getting some stuff done to the trailer. Next week we'll be at the whole farmers market on Wednesday. and that'll be the only day we're open. And then, going forward, we're going to be open 2 or 3 days. So it's just different every single week.
So how would you kind of summarize your menu?
I mean, it's the big thing, just with how my dad kind of taught me with business and, other friends and just, dealing in real estate. I wanted something just simple, not too hard to read. I didn't want, 10 to 12 items. I just wanted something maybe 5 to 6, easy, clean. And then, that's just what we're sticking with, Sometimes simplicity, is better than kind of too much.
Would it be like a sandwich or a meal, a small plate, or?
No, I mean, our main 6 ones is we got a burger, and then we have a cauliflower wing, like a loaded tater tot,
Mm-hmm.
and then we have a grilled cheese and a taco. And then we just launched a new garlic Parmesan French fry. It's actually really good.
All of these are some of my favorite things.
Yeah, all 100% vegan. So
Wednesday,
down to the sauce, to the cheese, the whole 9.
So Wednesday at the Holt Farmers Market, right?
Yep, that's where we'll be at next week.
Tell us about the real estate.
Yeah, I mean, I've been doing it, like I said, 5 years. I worked in communications for quite a while before that, and my mom was a real estate agent. I have people in my family that have been agents as well, and it's something I love, building relationships with people. Going through the whole process. I work with quite a few buyers, so really getting them, into something that they like. I actually had one person reach out because of our vegan food truck. She wanted to go with me as her real estate agent. So it was
nice.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, I've lived here my whole life. I know the area really well. It's a hot market right now, so just kind of doing that, and the food truck is, quite a bit of time.
My son made about 30 offers, all over the asking price in the last 3 months, and he's finally closing on Monday.
Nice.
And it has been weird.
Yeah. So it's crazy.
Do you, what do you think about like the moratoriums from the forbearances or the foreclosures and the evictions?
There's really no. I mean, there's nothing really to talk about. It's tough. I mean, there's no win if you're a landlord or a renter.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's, hopefully something can change here soon, and,
Oh yeah, I actually didn't mean going down that route, because I feel bad for both sides.
Yeah.
Because I think there should be a huge relief fund for landlords. You can't just you're doing harm to one side, and you should balance it somehow.
100%.
And I think a lot of this money that maybe went to other things should have gone to a relief effort for landlords.
Straight to the landlords. Yep.
Yeah. Though I am very pro home ownership too.
Yeah.
Rather than rentals, especially with Lansing having about 50% rentals.
Yeah.
But what I was really saying is, do you think like are there gonna be more houses on the market soon because of?
I mean, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. I mean, because once they lift, I mean, you don't know, but there's quite a bit of rentals being listed right now. I mean, a ton. So once, all that gets figured out and, renters get out or they can pay, I mean, hopefully there's going to be quite a bit more, because it's still, every house gets a minimum 5 to 7 offers. I mean, it's I work with quite a few first-time home buyers, and, right now it's just tough because they got to, spend a little bit more than what they might want to.
Yeah. I just want to mention, I love your food truck, and I love healthy food and healthy eating and us taking control of our health. But I also love that you keep saying that you work with a lot of first-time home buyers, because that's how we build equity in our communities. It's not from renting, especially if we're renting from a big corporation, that owns a bunch of places.
Yeah.
That doesn't build your future. Like, I guess what your dad said, own things, build that equity.
His biggest thing, he'll tell it to the day he dies, is never give up. That's what he told me when I was probably 10 years old. No matter what you do, never give up.
You can never fail if you never give up.
Yep.
So I love that. What's something you do every damn day to kind of push your needle forward? Either is this one mission, or do you have 2 different missions, or do you have a whole bunch of missions?
Something, me and my wife really wanted to kind of start and open and see. I have two young boys that I'm super active with coaching their sports and anything under the sun. So I mean, every day to me, I try to do something with them, just so a lot of kids don't have great memories, growing up with their parents. So
Mhm.
just even if it's shooting hoops outside with them or playing, video games, just making it every day something that they potentially can remember later on.
Yeah. My daughter, we moved to Los Angeles, so she lives there now as of a few
Mhm.
days ago or last week. And then my son's moving out, so we're an empty nest and
Yeah.
went from two to none in minutes, it felt like.
Yep. Good
So
stuff.
good job on the every damn day, because that's the one that, those are the regrets you have
Right.
later.
Yep.
Flies by.
Yep.
We daisy chain these shows together, and yesterday on the show I had an artist named Kylie, and she would like to know if you're a dog or a cat person and why.
Dog, 100%.
Yeah.
I mean, hopefully I don't offend anybody. I'm not a cat person. I've had dogs, just small little dogs my whole life, and I just love dogs. Cats are
I
nice,
uh,
not for me.
I grew up not liking cats because that was taught to me. My mother didn't like them and all that, and I
Really?
was definitely dog all the way.
Yeah, I mean, we've
And
never had cats, so I mean, I guess that's potentially why.
I'm still really, really dog, but my kids love cats, so it got me
Yeah,
into them.
I like them.
Yeah.
I'd have a dog.
Yes,
Yeah.
I get it. So tomorrow on the show, I've got John Jay. He's a marketing expert, or a marketing consultant. Sorry, I'm sure he's an expert too.
Yeah.
And what question would you like me to pass to him?
I would say, what's a hidden talent he has that no one else knows about?
I really like this one. I'm trying to figure out, what
Well, yours
mine
is.
might be, and I'm not quite there yet. I can throw an M&M like 50 feet in the air and catch it in my mouth, and I'm always really proud of it.
There
But
you go.
a few people have seen that, so it doesn't quite
Yep.
fit the criteria of no one knows about. So I got to keep thinking. But what about you?
I mean, most people know it, but it's kind of like a hidden talent. I can walk on my hands for like a very long ways,
Yeah,
like
were you
500 feet.
a gymnast or a wrestler or
No, it's
anything?
really weird. I played tennis and basketball my whole life, and I don't know how it started, but I can stand on my hands and walk on them forever.
Until I became an old man, I could do that for a long time too. But it was because of
Yeah.
wrestling. I did it
Yeah,
all the time.
Yep, something I can do, which is weird.
Man, I'm jealous of that. I wish I could do that.
Yeah.
So, anything we forgot to talk about? Any event you want to promote or anything with your?
Not really. I mean, we kind of put all that on our social media, just where we're going to be at, the week of, and then we kind of share it a couple times here and there, all that. And if we're at like a random neighborhood or pop up spot, we post it there as well. And like my real estate stuff is on Michael Graham, at Exit Realty Select Partners. I think we can put that in there as well. But my number will be there. You can contact me for real estate questions as well.
Did you say on Instagram?
Nope. I have the real estate is on Facebook. Just my name and then Exit Realty Select Partners.
Got it.
Yep. And then the MI Vegan is on Facebook or Instagram.
And I posted that already. So let me just and I got to read it. What is it?
Exit Realty Select Partners.
Realty.
Yep. Right there on South Cedar.
I just learned that Exit was like a franchise where there's multiples of them.
Yep.
So I thought everybody that owned or worked at one of them owned all of them.
And a lot of the names are pretty close too. So it's tough. Yep.
So, all right. What would you, well, first of all, thanks for jumping on the show with me. I think we did a pretty good time frame there. We got through everything.
Awesome.
What would you like to take us out with?
I guess I'll just, like you said, like a little advice. I'd just say, never give up. If you're ever thinking about even becoming an agent or, food truck or anything in life, it may sound tough, but as you start talking about it and, reaching out to peers and stuff, every little step gets, easier and easier until you're, and even we've been open 7 months, and I still learn something new at every single event. So like I love when I talk to other food trucks. I'm just like I like bow down to them because they've been doing it for so long, and I'm still just a newbie. Same in real estate. The biggest thing is never think you're so good. Even if you're the best, you can always learn something new from other people.
I really applaud the advice you just gave. All of that is excellent advice. Lifelong learning. We're all still learning. Don't be too proud. I love it.
Yeah.
And I should have mentioned you are episode 331. So
nice.
I've only not wanted to do it one day.
Really?
So
Yeah. There you go.
So I don't even know if it's never given up. It's been so easy because I was excited to talk about you as soon as I found out who might be my guest. And
nice.
I'm really glad we spent some time together, Michael.
331. It might be my new lucky numbers. So.
All right. 331. All right, man. Have a great day. We'll see you all tomorrow. I should be back on schedule at 2 p.m. like normal. So talk to you later. Thanks again, Michael. See y'all later. And will you stick with me for